Hi, my name is Eddie and this is How to Get Living. Today I'm going to talk about how relationships are alive. This is the model that I use to understand relationships. They are a living entity. They are a living being that exists metaphysically in the space between two people. People ask me all the time, what's a relationship? How do you know a relationship is good or bad? How do you understand relationships? This is just a way of thinking about relationships. Romantic relationships, friendships, a relationship with your boss, a relationship with your kid, a relationship between brothers and sisters, a relationship with your mother and father. There's like an overall context that you can use to understand relationships in general. Okay, relationships are extremely important. They're an extremely important part of being alive, of being a human. I want you to start thinking about them as an entity, a living being, a bit like another person. It's something that you create with another person. The way that you relate to another person is alive, okay? Your relationship needs time to develop, needs time to grow, just like any other living being. It needs a space. It needs a space to grow. If it's too constricted, sometimes when you're too close to another person, the relationship doesn't thrive. It actually gets choked. Sometimes when you're too far away, there's too much space and it doesn't thrive. Okay, and how do you know how much is too much? Well, you need to check the health of the relationship. Is it alive? Is it growing and is it thriving? Relationships need nutrition. They need to be fed. Okay, and that can look like a lot of different things. You have to understand the nature of the relationship to understand what kind of food it needs. Does it need more connection? Does it need more intimacy? Does it need more space? Okay, a relationship is like a living entity, and a really good, healthy relationship gives back to you massively. It gives back to you what you're giving to it. As you nurture the relationship between you and another person, it can grow and become very healthy and positive. It can actually really contribute a lot to your life. If you have a healthy relationship with your boss, so there's a healthy, like, living entity between you and your boss, you're going to both nurture that relationship and it's going to come back to you in lots of ways. If you have a healthy relationship with your partner, okay, as you give to it, it's going to give back to you. Now, you might also have an unhealthy relationship, which is hurting you, and it becomes almost like a leech, like a parasite. It's actually stealing your energy, and you can tell when a relationship has become really unhealthy because it hurts you. It doesn't feel good. It's not meeting your needs, and it's sapping your energy and your strength overall. Okay, so this is not like a foolproof, fail-safe way to understand relationships, but it's a really powerful model. I've just done a super brief overview. I could go into a lot of details, but this overview is very effective. Just in a general sense, in a very natural, holistic sense, check your relationships, check the nature of your relationships with your friends, your partner, your children, your colleagues, your parents and siblings. Is it healthy? How do we know? We can look at it as a separate entity. Is that relationship thriving, growing? Does it have everything that it needs to be healthy? Okay? A really healthy, positive relationship is always changing, growing, and developing into something new, into a new creature. Okay? So whatever that means to you will be a little bit different than it means to myself or any other person. But it's a beautiful, wonderful model. It's going to really help you if you start engaging with it. It takes time to understand, but I want you to start thinking about other relationships, or relationships between you and other people, as a living entity. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure you click the little bell so that you get a notification when I upload a video. Like this video, comment if you want to make a comment, or if you have some questions, or if you want more clarification about anything. And thank you very much for visiting my channel. My name is Eddie, and this is How to Get Living.